We are
What's up, arm wrestlers? How are you guys doing? So this live stream will contain the following topics: Larry Wheels versus Derek Smith, Travis versus Morozov, kind of a fantasy match, and what Devon said about Artem Morozov not being number one in the world. I just finished recording that video. That's why I had to reschedule or postpone this live stream by 30 minutes. I had no one to edit today, so I had to edit the video myself. So that is the topic that we'll discuss, one of the main topics. Then Sabin Badulescu is banned from WAF. Denis Saplankov, David Dadikian, they've been training together. Dadikian is back on the table. And Monster Michael Todd is also back. We saw a video of him training recently. Now he's back with the right arm as well. He said something interesting. We'll discuss that as well. Travis Morozov, isn't that a bit too crazy? Yeah, for now, yes. For now, yes. But we'll discuss, can Travis make a comeback to that level? And then we'll discuss, can Prime Travis beat Artem Morozov? These are the interesting topics. After 20 comments, okay, 43 people already watching, 25 likes. Thanks very much. Thank you guys. So first of all, Larry Wheels versus Derek Smith. I've already uploaded a video about that. And the last time Larry beat Derek in practice pulls, people kind of talked about that. Artem versus Morozov, who is Pradeep? Okay. So people talked about it. I also talked about it. And Derek Smith mentioned in his live stream that Larry is stronger than him on the left arm, but on the right arm, he believes if it is a genuine ready go, a genuine match, he can beat Larry Wheels. I kind of doubt that situation. And I've been saying for almost 2 years that Larry will beat Derek both left and right handed. He will beat him now. He could have beaten him 2 years ago, and he will beat him 2 years from now as well. So, first of all, let me ask you guys, what do you think about this match? I'm talking about a right arm match, so let's start a poll. Right arm. Derek or Larry? Who wins in a super match? I would love to know that. What do you guys think? Because last time I heard maybe Derek was not fresh enough. This time they both just showed up, and I think they were the first one to pull at the table. So that's how I know that both of them were kind of fresh. And when you know that Larry is coming to the practice, there will be a video that will be uploaded on a channel that has 2 million subscribers. You cannot really tell me that you showed up sore or after you just did a workout. You guys let me know if you are at that level, if you're a high caliber arm wrestler like Derek Smith or anyone else. I'm not specifically pointing out Derek here. And you know that there will be a Larry Wheels practice on Tuesday, let's say, or Monday, whatever day it is. And then you are expected to show up there. You know you will end up on a channel with 2 million subscribers. Will you do an arms workout a day before that? Or will you show up fresh? I just want to know. Because at that point, practices are rarely about knowing who is the, or really about practicing or working on the weak areas. When you know that you two can be kind of competitors in the future, you will have to be prepared even for a practice pull. Imagine Denis Saplankov saying that. Dennis was saying a week or 10 days before the East versus West event that he will stop arm wrestling now. Why? Because there is going to be some practice pull at East versus West. So that's how open Denis Saplankov is about this topic. Can you imagine? Dennis stops arm wrestling a week before a practice pull because he knows those pulls are going to end up on camera. So I don't really believe when such huge practices are scheduled, people telling that, well, they just did a biceps workout few hours before. Not possible. If it is a situation like Monster Michael Todd, where he wasn't aware that Devon is going to show up, and he was doing an arms workout with Juji Mufu, and then suddenly Devon showed up the same day later on in the evening, that's kind of a different situation. JR Williams, who is a member of the channel, you guys can also become a member by clicking on the dollar icon. Please check that out. Larry all the way, left hand or right hand. Does Derek even train seriously at one point there was much hype for him being the next big thing coming out of America. Yes, there was big hype, but I don't see any point of that hype here. I've been mentioning this point for some time now. It is that Derek is using PEDs. He has admitted that. So it is not that he can suddenly get on the sauce and become 15-20% stronger. That option is not available. He's been training hard. He himself admits that he really trained hard for Dave Chaffee. That match couldn't happen. So he's been really training hard for a very long time. And he has been arm wrestling for more than a decade. And he's almost 37, 38 years old. So there aren't, I wouldn't even use the word many. I would say there aren't any factors left where Derek can improve magically like 15-20%. Maybe if he develops a crazy King's move or a flop press, something like that, then he can improve his level. But otherwise, the chances are really slim. Stacks is saying Derek is irrelevant now. Only Engin is propping him for a match without him having gone to the qualifiers for his vest. That's kind of a bad decision from Engin. Inviting Derek for the third time. Yes, Engin did admit that it was a mistake because he put him up against monsters like Morozov and who was the other opponent? Morozov and Revaz Lutidze. But Revaz already beat Michael Todd before that. After that, Engin set him up against Derek Smith. That was kind of weird. I'm gonna have to say Derek. I don't really know, but I'll pick Derek. Okay, 58% people are saying that Larry is going to win on the right arm. Took a long break, didn't he? Yes, he took a 3 months break, came back, and he was still pinning Derek Smith. And he kind of disappeared. Do you guys know where Derek went after he got pinned by a few times by Larry in the practice school? Hi everyone, what happened with Sabin and WAF? So Mikhail, we will discuss that topic after a few minutes. Let's first discuss Larry versus Derek for about 10 minutes, then we'll switch on. So let's allocate 10 minutes for every single topic, and then we have to move on. So that's a perfect strategy, I'll say. Derek is like Tobias. He gets set against monsters just because he's big, unfortunately. And he seems to have the perfect genetics. I'm talking about genetics for size and shape of body. He seems to have the perfect genetics for arm wrestling, but apparently not the perfect strength genetics, only size genetics. Yeah, even a herd Chaffee beats Derek. Why was Sabin banned? What happened? Derek always use the losing option in every match. Now there is a possibility where Derek can pin Larry Wheels without the straps, because I've seen this. Derek is a really good, and even I would say a high level arm wrestler without the straps. The way he contained Tim Bresnan and he beat him, the way he contained Austin Jaggers a couple of times, he pinned him. That's really good level stuff. But as soon as he gets put inside the straps, as soon as it becomes about horsepower and not finger containment, explosiveness, he kind of struggles. And that is another thing, one common thing that you will see with the guys who have tremendous grip strength. In this squeezing grip, crushing grip strength, Derek is stronger than Khaled Jashel. Tobias Sporong cannot close a COC 3.5 and Derek Smith can close it. I think even Vitali may not be able to close that. Captains of Crush 3.5, and Derek has closed that multiple times on his live stream. We have seen this again and again. The guys who are really good on the grippers, people tend to struggle against them while they try to slip. Vitali Lalitin, Tobias Sporong, Morozov couldn't slip against Tobias. Can you imagine? Morozov beat Tobias comfortably in the end, but he couldn't slip against him. He had to basically do that without the straps. I hope he didn't get caught with roids again. But his strength is weirdly lacking, okay? My man Pradeep, both Vitali and Tobias destroyed a 3.5 in the East versus West. Check the video, it just dropped. Is it a 3.5 or something equivalent? Because right before East versus West, I did interview Tobias Sporong, and he said he cannot close the 3.5. He can close 3 but cannot close the 3.5. Larry is also at 115 kg now since he's cutting for body weight. है एक उस पर डेवन पे लिखा हुआ है कुछ देख रेड कलर में. It's about, say, after the Jaggers versus Derek match, the Derek ramped up his arm wrestling training, okay? It's a 158 kg gripper. That's kind of doubtful. Kind of doubtful. Roman says it's equivalent for 158. So basically, a COC 4. I don't think even a COC 4 is 158 kilos. So yeah, clearly that is not 158. It may be, then maybe COC 3.5 is more than that, but it cannot be at that level. And so final verdict, people are saying that Larry is going to win 62% and Derek has a chance 63% now. Yeah. So let's end this poll. 64% now. People are voting high and high. It was a HG 350. It's harder than COC 3, but easier than 3.5. Makes sense. Tobias told me that he can close the 3 but not 3.5. So the next topic, Travis Bagent versus Artyom Morozov. Why did I talk about this? And I've actually recorded, just finished up editing this video about 15 minutes ago. And now it is almost, it will be uploaded as soon as I end this interview. So you get to watch that. So why did I talk about this topic? Because you may have seen that video on Travis Bagent's YouTube channel. There they were kind of gripping up. And what did Travis say? Immediately he said that I can kill this guy. So do you guys believe? Let's say I talked about this already in the poll, and 55% people out of over 7,000 votes voted for Travis Bagent. But little bit different question, and I'm expecting a 90% no to this, but maybe let's see how many people truly believe in Travis even now. Can Travis beat Morozov in 2024? And we'll talk about prime Travis Bagent as well. Travis always trolling. Yeah. No. Yeah. That's why I said I'm expecting a 90% no answer on this one. So what I have seen is that Morozov is not untouchable. Clearly, he is well within the range of the athletes like Dadikian, athletes like Vitaly Laletin, athletes like who else? Maybe Alijan Muratov can also do something in the hook. That wouldn't be for sure. But these guys, maybe Corey West as well. Because there are many instances. Hermes Gasparini says that his left is 30% weaker than his right. Let's say he's over-exaggerating to show that his right is really strong. Let's say it is not 30, it is 15%. That would be a realistic number. Hermes still gave a really tough fight for about 10 seconds to Morozov on the left arm. And that is on his arm, which is 15% weaker than his right. So Morozov's right, left, kind of equal. Maybe left is a little bit stronger. So imagine what Hermes will do to Morozov on the right arm. It will be a slaughterhouse in my opinion. So left, Vitaly was able to give some fight to him. And if we talk about the Cody Spermerit versus Morozov match, Morozov didn't really struggle. I use the word struggle in the video, but he didn't really struggle, but he couldn't find the top roll for about 5 to 6 seconds at least. And how did Alijan Muratov do against Cody Merritt? He beat him in like a second. So he's beating Alijan Muratov beats Cody in about 1 second. And Corey West beats Cody Spermerit in half second. But Morozov needs like 6, 7, 8 seconds to beat Cody Spermerit. So the strength level is there. Like people are at that level of strength. But Morozov has a unique combination of endurance, strength, bicep power, hooking ability, all of that. That's what makes him slightly above these guys. David Dadikian pins Morozov 3 times in a row. So he isn't invincible by any means. So now we're talking about, can Travis, if he really trains now, his son is selected in the Chicago Bears team in NFL. He says that now he has some time to train. You can look at it by the way that he's doing live podcast every single day. So if he has 2 hours to talk on a podcast, then for sure now he has the time to train. Maybe not the motivation. And if he gets on the juice once again, the serious sauce, if he uses testosterone, his level goes up to 1500, then he will have the motivation to train as well, in my opinion. He has the time, and if he takes some juice, he will have the motivation. In that case, would you say it is possible that Travis's level on the left arm reaches where Hermes Gasparini is currently on the left? Of course, not on the right, but left arm. If he is able to work himself up to that level, then he can be tricky enough to maybe pin Morozov once with a top roll. That can be a possibility. Let's see what the chat says. Brother, keep up the awesome work. Honolulu, Big AL, Aloha Islands. Thanks, brother Albert. No, absolutely not. Travis versus MMT in the comeback match. Yeah, for now, Travis Bajent versus Matt Mask, I would say, would be a really great match, both left and right-handed. I would love to see that match. That will be an easy comeback match for Travis if he trains for like 3-4 months. Alijan and Dadikyan are coming for everyone. Yep. No Lage, I believe he needs at least 3 to 4 weeks in order to beat Morozov. Who? According to you, Dennis and Levan happened. Dennis and Levan 2024. About half year ago, Dennis said that he needs 1.5 years to get to the peak shape that he was before his surgery. Travis doesn't have the fire anymore. Travis got fired up when he talks about coming back, but he seems like yes, I think it's kind of easy for everyone to understand. He gets the motivation, but that motivation lasts for about 5 seconds precisely. 5 minutes. Best to compete at heavyweight in my opinion. I think he's still maybe kind of fat, 250 to 55 pounds. That's where I'm guessing he is. I would pay to hear Travis comment himself getting slammed by Morozov. Travis says he's on YSL. Is that similar to steroids? Yes, it is. As per the arm wrestlers, yes, it is. Pooja Singh. I think Dennis would have already defeated Morozov in the left-hand match, as Dennis can easily defeat Dadikyan, who was able to defeat Morozov. Yeah, Dennis and Levan, those two guys were at another level. Those two guys were another level than compared to Morozov. Because let's be clear, we can see that. I've seen the practice pull between Denis Siplenkov and Artem Morozov right arm. And even on the right arm, even this kind of smaller diluted version of Denis Siplenkov was way too much for Morozov on the right arm. So I would say it's an easy guess that Morozov is nowhere near the level of Levan or Denis Siplenkov when they were in their prime on the left arm. John Brzezinski versus Bacho Saginashvili. Will Sabin Badulescu be in top 10, top again? Okay, we'll discuss this topic as well. Maybe Vitacell Biologics sell the best roids in the world. Stem cell treatment. Morozov is super balanced all over but doesn't have any prominent strong points. Jack of all trades, master of none. I kind of agree with this, but saying master of none for a number one arm wrestler in the world feels kind of weird, but I totally do understand, Paul, your point. I do understand it, and I agree with it as well. Hit the like troops. Phil Woody UK in the house. There you go. Pradeep confirms that Morozov versus Dennis practice. Yeah. I used that. I had that video footage, and I just screenshotted it, and when Morozov said about Dennis that he cannot beat Dennis, I used the screenshot of that practice. So obviously nobody had seen that practice, and I also couldn't show because the person who gave it to me I gave him a promise that I will not show the footage anywhere, but I used that screenshot and it got like 110-20,000 views, something like that. Artem's hook is great. His top roll in his traps is awful. Bacho versus Corey. If Bacho beats Zurab the way he beats Adam. Yeah. Corey West. Well, no. That may be too much, man. Maybe too much. I don't know. But John beat Corey West in a hook. Morozov is the master of winning title. Isn't that enough? I first didn't agree with how they made the stem. Okay. Not discussing stem cells here. So Travis versus Morozov, I think the video is already uploaded on my channel or not, maybe, but I've watched that video after this live stream ends, or maybe if you can quickly watch it now or come back quickly. It's just a 3-4 minutes video, but please do come back. Do not, if you find a catchy thumbnail somewhere else, do not start watching that video. come back here or stay here if you're not sure about that. Corey West's latest video on YouTube, Pradeep, he lost weight and he's looking fitter. So the video in which he was kind of giving a seminar, answering questions, that's the video where Michael Todd was also standing. That video talking about, I'm not sure if it is like really recent video or not. So we have discussed Travis versus Morozov. Won't take much more time about that because I've already made a video about that. You will see that 82% people saying no. So 18% people believe that Travis can still train and come back and reach that level. Because I'm telling you guys, Prime Travis, I think we can say that Prime Travis has seen or he's maybe surpassed the level in the past where Morozov is currently at. I think we can say that. We haven't seen anything special or extraordinary from Morozov yet. We have seen other people display higher levels of strength than Morozov has. Vitaly, I know it was a practice pull, but Vitaly was like really difficult for David Dadikyan. It took him like 15-20 seconds, but Vitaly did pin Dadikyan in the first practice pull. We'll come back. No worries. Okay, brother. So the third topic, let's now talk about Sabin Bedulescu. So Sabin Bedulescu, I'm telling his story. First of all, he's going to compete in a WinBet arm wrestling promotion this weekend. I have already scheduled a live about that. I think it's a great event. It's a $7 pay-per-view, I think. Bulgaria versus Europe, the theme of the event. I'll give details about the event. I think that's amazing. I've talked with the promoter, so I will be promoting it tomorrow. So we will discuss that about the same time as now 2 hours earlier than this. So a detailed video is about to come on this topic, the WinBet promotion. But Sabin Bedulescu is going to compete there, and WAF kind of warned him that you cannot compete there because it is not approved. This event is not approved by WAF, and those people like Yordan Sonev, I think, and Plamen Dimitrov, after that Bulgaria split, something happened. I'm not sure where federations kind of had a split in Bulgaria, and now they are not in good with standing with WAF. Something weird after that. So this tournament, this event is not approved by WAF. So that's why they told Sabin, if you compete there, we are going to ban you for life, because I believe he's been banned by WAF already for 4 years. Now his ban is over. It ended in 2022. In 2018, Sabin Bedulescu went on to compete in WAF, or was it Europeans, where he possibly attempted to beat Levan once again. And in the process of doing that, he accidentally ate some Trenbolone sandwiches. And he accidentally got tested, and he accidentally got busted for Trenbolone sandwiches. So that's what happened there. He got a suspension for 4 years. His suspension ended in 2022. Then he was ready to make a comeback, and now he is once again banned for lifetime this time. So that's the basic story. He's going to compete in the WinBet promotion. And Sabin did say that those guys did nothing for me. They always try to drag me down, pull me down, always try to lay traps for me. That's what they did. And many people are saying that WAF is done, WAF is not good. So let me ask, do you like WAF's decision to ban Sabin? I'm creating a poll for every single story this time. I like the energy of this live stream. I hope you like that as well. Never saw that Lagya, must have been corruption. Okay. Yordan Sonev versus Sandris, say this, who will win? Left arm, I would say Yordan. Right arm, Sandris. The match is on the right arm, so maybe Sandris. Do you like is not a good question. So what is the good question? John Brzezinski defeated a young Siplenkov. But Siplenkov was already arm wrestling for like 8 years at that time. It's a shame the documentary exposing WAF corruption got deleted. Anyway, we can watch it any way possible, because the person who uploaded it, he must have it on his phone or on his computer. That wasn't a baby Siplenkov. He was already arm wrestling for like 8 years at that time. Again, very upset with Pradeep. For what? STU. Levan too much. Pradeep is going to get a lifetime ban from Web for promoting this. Do you think I care? Do you think I care? Do you put pineapple or pizza? Put? Put where? Hermes pasta. Okay, on pasta? No, pasta is a separate thing. Okay, pineapple on pizza. I heard some people make fun of it. I heard some people say it's really good. But to be honest, to disappoint you here, I don't even eat pizza. No, so I don't. The answer is I don't. Sabin showed us why King of the Table should exist. Any relevant athlete banned by WAF can compete at King of the Table. Yeah. Strict. I love it on pizza. Okay. Channel is yours, Pradeep. Question how you want. Okay. They aren't even struck on the drugs. They test who they want. Okay. Yeah. They test who they want. That's what you're trying to say. So no, 80%, almost 80% people think that was not a right decision. No pizza. You'll never get into USA now. Pineapple is good. Pizza is like costly, man. Why would I waste maybe, what's the price, like $3 on a thing that isn't healthy? And to me, I would be honest, it doesn't even taste that great to me. I've ate pizza for maybe 3-4 times in my life. It was okay. I would say it was even good, but not like a wow thing on which I'll spend like $3-4. Prime Travis is one of the best ever. Only biryani. What do you think, Levance? Okay, let's discuss the topic. Sabin Bedulescu is banned. So I hope you all got the story by now, why he's banned. WinBet Arm Wrestling promotion. The live stream about that topic is already scheduled on this channel. You can see that. And after that, we will... Tomorrow, it will be in about exactly 22 hours from now. $3 pizza. Yeah, I think that's the price of the medium-sized pizza, if I'm correct. Hermes will never come on your channel again. Why? Why, my friend? Why? What's your favorite food? I don't really have any favorite food, to be honest. Will it be 130 kg Ongarbayev to beat Levan? No, Ongarbayev cannot get to 130, I think. $15 here, yeah. More like 12. Maybe 4. At best 4. Guns, if I had any. Yeah, I'll tell you something interesting. Yesterday I was doing pull-ups and I felt good. I did 3-4, like not strict, kind of explosive pull-ups, arm wrestler style, and no to bands. Yes, that's the theme. That's the theme. Darko with a 20 Swedish kronas. Thanks, brother. You're the man. Long time no see. Get prepared. We're pulling soon. So I felt good. I came from my office for some time, and in Children's Park I was doing some pull-ups, and I was like, man, I'm going to do 20 now after a long time. Last time I did non-strict pull-ups, I can only get 10. And this time I was so confident I will get 20, and they were like, bro, you immediately need to come back to work. So I had to go. 20 pull-ups are pending. Who is your favorite arm wrestler? Aramis Gasparini. Italian pasta eating Aramis Gasparini. So Sabin Bedulescu is banned for lifetime from WAF. And he doesn't really stand in good terms or good relationships with many leagues. That's what I will tell you. He can compete at King of the Table, but I'm not sure he'll be invited to East versus West. So that ends the poll here. After that, Denis Siplenkov versus David Dadikian. So I made a video about it yesterday, and I did say that that's probably the strongest permanent arm wrestling training partners in the world. I kind of forgot about Levan and Irakli. I think they also train together permanently. I think that's the thing. Yeah, they live close maybe, or they train. Yeah. So I would say that. So who is the stronger duo? I would say the Levan and Hermes teams looks stronger than Dennis versus the Dikian team. But still, man, they train a lot together. And I would say the Dikian played a huge role in Denis Siplenkov's comeback. We have seen them train together, come back, like really, really good training partners, I would say. One is explosive, he's really fast, so he can train against Denis Siplenkov, who is slow, but he catches you, he brings a ton of back pressure, and then he tires you out. So that way, Dadikian is getting trained where he's weaker, and Dennis is getting trained where he's weaker, and that is speed, that is catching opponents. I'm not saying he's weak at catching opponents because he always catches them, but that's what he needs to rely on. So, and that is not a positive position in the arm wrestling community, as they call it, kind of a losing position. So Dennis also gets to work on that. So Dadikian greater than Irakli on the right arm, that can be interesting, I would say. Left arm, Dadikian smokes Irakli, not even close. So another poll. This topic also. Who wins on right arm? Dadikian, Irakli. How many people are? 114 people are watching, guys. Please hit the thumbs up if you're liking the live stream. So who is the strongest team? Who do you think is the stronger team? I'll create that poll as well in a few minutes. Dadikian leading with 74%. I think Irakli will catch up soon, or maybe not. I'm glad you polled that. I'd love to see the match. Yeah, Irakli way too much for Hermes. Give him Bowen. Big Daddy can. In which weight? In whatever weight they want. Irakli is like 105, Dadikian 115. So yeah, there will be some gap. Let's say 110 kilos. Revaz the NPC and Gennady. So something strange happened today. I was today remembering, man, Revaz looked really light. Like not really light, but his arms were kind of thin when I interviewed him. When I interviewed Revaz, that was before the Monster Michael Todd match. I think that match was announced, or maybe just announced. So I was I'm the first YouTube channel in the world ever to interview Revaz Lutidze. Maybe he has some like old 10-year-old interview somewhere on local news channel and stuff. But basically in today's YouTube world, I'm the first one to interview Revaz Lutidze. And man, I would love to go back and watch that interview, what he said there. But now he's looking really, really strong. He's more toned and in a better shape. So 76% people believe that even on the right arm, Dadikian can beat Irakli. But Levan is stronger than Dennis for sure. So then I will ask you guys later on. Let this poll settle a little bit. Who is the stronger team? Who would you post that interview, Pradeep? That is already in the live stream. So maybe, what are you saying? Should I download it and post it once again? Is that what I should do? When the unstoppable force Pradeep meets the immovable object Roman. Yeah. Hi Pradeep. Will. I got this. Brittany Wong compete soon. Any news? Yes, he will compete soon. That's the news. Revaz looked overweight to me against Dave, but he dominated him. Pradeep, I love you. Got you. I'll check. I don't know how I missed it. Okay. You got me. I got you. I got you, man. I was like, if you kind of worded it in a different way, because when I read OX, my immediate thoughts were like, man, I've never heard that name. Like, he's clearly not an arm wrestler. I've never heard that. That if I was totally doubtful if it is a name of an arm wrestler. So coming back to Dennis versus Dadikian. So now people are saying that Dadikian is stronger. So let's create a separate poll. That's what I kind of missed in this. I'm realizing that maybe the Levan team is stronger. Which team is stronger? Dennis and Dadikian, or Levan and Irakli? I'm talking about like the combination of both left and right and combining the force, like Levan's right, left, Irakli right, left. If you combine the power of those four arms and on the other team as well. Combination of those forearms. Pradeep King, Jungwon Lee is in the house. Thanks for joining, brother. Dennis versus Gennady, who wins? Menex is saying overweight. He's huge build man. Who is overweight? Revaz had a nice little belly hanging out, which is important for a man who look like a man, not aesthetic, not an aesthetic. Okay. Tadikyan's right is underrated. He is taking Dennis close to the pad and sometimes right to the pad as well. I didn't watch that video, but my brother told me that he watched this video before. Yeah, I watched it the first time, but I didn't watch it again. But he told me that they kind of removed some part from that video. Babkan removed some part from that video. Is that true? Did anyone else notice this as well? Power belly, ladylike, lean abs. Irakli getting a low vote because he got smoked by Hungerbayev, but it can be misleading. Yeah, right time, I wouldn't be so sure that Dadikyan will beat Irakli. It can be close, Does Morozov have abs? Yes, we've clearly seen that at East versus West. No idea, to be honest. Pradeep versus Levan. The strongman got them power bellies, yeah. When will Dennis versus Levan? 2024. But for that, Dennis needs to beat Devon Ladd. He needs to beat Devon. If he loses to Devon, then I don't think that match would make much sense. So after this, we will discuss Monster Michael Todd's comeback. I'll need some help from you guys because I thought I'll have like 15-20 minutes and then I'll re-watch that video. I obviously watched Michael's recent video where he's kind of started training. It was an emotional video. Let's see. Pradeep versus Aussie is something I'd love to watch. Yep. Dadikyan versus John can be a good match as well. Have you seen Revaz called some girl at East versus West Khatuna? I don't know. Revaz is always with a girl. It's his wife probably. Pradeep versus Jordan. Jordan who? Almighty are you? Dadikyan was manhandling both Morozov and Irakli at King of the Table after pull, and he said his right was injured. Wow, that's interesting. I watched the Irakli pull. Yeah, now I remember, I think. Against Morozov? I don't remember that. Should we watch that Michael Todd video together here? Or can anyone let me know what exactly was because I watched like hundreds of videos today. I had like 130 video downloaded and I have less than 30 now remaining. I watched all of them. So maybe 50 of them were related to arm wrestling. So now let's move on to the final topic. Monster Michael Todd is back. Pradeep versus Bendy. So Michael uploaded a video. It was very well done. First of all, the background music and like the way Rebecca presented or the editor presented the video, it really looked cool to me. And Michael did say that when he looked angry, he kind of looked angry. He said, people are telling me that you can be best at the heavyweight division. So probably at 105 kg or 115 kg. And I am one of them. I am one of them people that Michael was mad at. Yes, in my opinion as well, Michael should be at that weight. That's his best weight. That's where he belongs right now. He said that right now he's weighing around 255 pounds. 250 pounds. And if he eats that's on a strict diet, and if he eats a pizza or more food, he'll get to like 265. But I will say if he cuts water weight, he'll easily get to 240. He will get to 240 if he cuts water weight. So that is kind of true both ways. So why not compete? He said that his goal would still be trying to become number one in the world. I think that is not possible. Absolutely not possible right now. Michael did say that he genuinely believes there was a time in his career when he was number one in the world. But he didn't get the credit in the rankings because at that time Pushkar was number one and Dennis was also number one, and Michael was considered number two in the world for quite some time. I would say for a very long time Michael has been number two, but never the number one arm wrestler in the world. His micro movements, so when he defeated Andre Pushkar, on the right arm. I think at that time, before that, Dennis beat Pushkar as well. So Dennis was number one, not Michael, not Pushkar at that time. And after that, he defeated Michael has gotten his chances. Michael got a chance in 2016 against Denis Siplenkov. I think in the same year against Dmitry Trubin, or Trubin and Pushkar were in 2016, and one match was in 2017. So Michael got his chances. He lost to Dmitry Trubin when he went overseas. He lost to Denis Siplenkov. He lost to Andrei Pushkar. All of them 4-2, extremely close matches. Like, could have gone either way. Michael, I believe, did make some mistakes in almost all of the matches, especially in Denis Siplenkov match. That was like really, really, I would say, I wouldn't expect an elite level arm wrestler who is that strong, that he can pin Dennis a couple of times, to make those mistakes. Like, we clearly saw, even seeing like how tired Dennis could have been at that time, seeing Michael attempt to go for the press straight away and then get pinned, that was kind of disheartening to see, for me at least. When I watched that match for the first time, I had no idea who the winner of that match is, and I wanted Michael to win, but he made some silly mistakes. And I was like, at that time, 2018, I think I watched that match in 2018, and I was like, man, maybe I'm not smart enough clearly to understand if this was a mistake or not. But from my limited knowledge, I think Michael lost this match. It was not Dennis who beat him. Michael lost this match. And then after a year or two, I heard Devon say the same thing. After just a year later, maybe, he was saying that Michael blew that match. He had that match, he should have won it, and he blew that match by making silly mistakes. So then I was like, wow, my observation even back then when I was probably first, second year, just casually watching arm wrestling, my observations were good even at that time. Do your magic mods. Okay. So Michael did say that he will still stay in the super heavyweight division. So now, once again, we have another poll for this topic as well. Today's live stream, I really like this thing, man. It should get more views than usual. Where should MMT compete? Heavyweight, you can consider it anything. Like, okay, maybe I should add 3 options. Why add heavyweight when you can mention the weight? 105 kg, 115 kg, 115 plus. Wait. That's a good poll. And probably I'll create that poll on YouTube as well. 75 kg. Cut to light heavyweight. Talpol. Rivas versus Hermes. Okay. Will be amazing. Okay. I'm MMT fan, so I wish the best for him. He gets to... So because he clearly mentioned, if he said that my goal is to be as close to the top level arm wrestling as possible, then I would have said that yes, go for it, go for the super heavyweight division. But Michael did not say that, and it's a clear distinction. Like, anybody can see that. What I'm saying is, Ongarbayev is number 1 in the world at 105 kg, but a top 10 or maybe even a number 12 super heavyweight in the world would beat Ongarbayev. Vitaly is currently ranked at 11, and Vitaly would beat Ongarbayev. So who is better? Where would you like to be? I will not create a separate poll for that, but please mention in the comments, where would you like to be in the world? Number 10 in the world, or number 1 at 105 kilos? So which athlete is more famous? Ongarbayev or the top 10 ranked, like number 10 super heavyweight in the world? I think if Michael, as he clearly said, if he wants to be number 1 at something in arm wrestling, then he should aim for 105. If that is too low, as he says, then 115 is the perfect sweet spot. 115, he'll have to mess with guys like Sandris Sedis, Evgeny Prudnik. That match was supposed to happen. So yeah, Sandris, Prudnik, and Devon. Other than those 3 guys, anyone, I think Michael will be the favorite against anyone in this world. Probably against Sandris as well. I wouldn't say that Sandris beats Michael for sure. If Michael gets healed up properly, only then I'm talking about. So let's see what the poll is saying. 105 kg, 31%, 115 kg, 55, and 115 plus, 14% people are saying, okay, number one at 115, yeah. Number one at 115, number one at 105, in my opinion, is better than number 10 at super heavyweight. Although the level of that number 10 guy in super heavyweight is higher than at least the 105 kg champ. Not the 115 kg maybe, but at least it is higher than the champ of that 233 pound, 231 pound division, whatever it is. Britek 09 in the house. I don't think MMT can do much at 115 kilos. So who are the top guys? Devon, Prudnik, and Sandris. Can you guys think of anyone else who can be really dominant at that weight? Peter, why not? Problem is Mike will never beat Ongarbayev. He did pin him. If he's able to do something with his hand, make it strong, where he's not in this palm up position, trying to king's move, then it can be really interesting. It can be interesting. Michael doesn't need to make his arm stronger to beat Ongarbayev. He needs to make his hand stronger. So this was the story about Michael. I highly encourage you guys to watch that video. It is the latest video on Michael's channel. Very well done, very well presented, kind of in a professional manner. You can see Michael is reading a script as well towards the end, and I'm a big fan. Whenever I see some YouTuber do that much work where they are reading a script, not that kind of script which Igor Mazurenko made Dave Chaffee read in 2020 it was? Which year? Yeah, early 2020 I think it was, or 19, whatever it was. So that not that kind of script, 2020, yeah. But when they're themselves doing that, not being forced to do that, I absolutely love that. Pradeep, what's up, man? Beyond 13 in the house. Beyond 13, you were awesome. You were awesome that day. Maybe we'll do a members only live tomorrow as well. That will be interesting. Or a day after tomorrow, not tomorrow. The level is not higher. I gotta go see this. Thanks. At 115, there are also 105 kg guys who can go up like Ongarbayev, John, maybe Todd Hutchings, yep, Oleg Petrenko, and so on. So maybe also Sagov, Ibrahim Sagov, yep, you are correct. But I wouldn't have any of those guys as a favorite against Michael. That is also true. Not John, not Petrenko, after seeing him getting top rolled by John. MT can read a script better than Joe Biden. You can't say Vitaly level is higher than Kirdagali. Okay, just another weight class. Yes. But I'm saying if they compete against each other, who is going to win? Obviously, Vitaly is going to win. That's what I'm saying. You got to ask yourself, who has MMT beat lately and he was fit? Yeah. To answer your question, only Todd Hutchings. You're right. MMT versus John Brzezinski at 105 would be nice. Yes, I would love to see that match. So guys, once again, thank you very much for watching. Thanks for all of the members. Even though 90% of you were gifted memberships by Silky Wilkie or Defense Foster, but I know you guys will continue your membership. Day after tomorrow, there will be a members only live stream, a workout plus uncensored live stream part 4. That will be enjoyable, I guess. And after that, we'll see what we can do. So the topics that we discussed today, I'll give a quick recap. Larry versus Derek. Larry Wheels did mention that he wants to have a super match against Mega Mike, because Mega Mike is Larry's training partner, and out of the matches that he has competed in, he has never lost a match in a hook. And he beat Larry Wheels as well in a hook. So he did say that I want to have a super match with Mega Mike. Probably that is going to happen. But one thing that is almost sure is that there is going to be a tournament on July 8th. And Larry will be competing there. That's what he announced. Travis versus Morozov. The video is already uploaded. A hypothetical match. And Devon's saying that Morozov is not number 1 in the world. That part is also included in this video, so please check that out. Sabin banned from WAF for competing in the WinBet Arm Wrestling show, which I will be talking about tomorrow in tomorrow's live stream. That is already scheduled, so please go there and leave a thumbs up as well. Dennis Siplenkov, David Dadikan, we talked about the greatness of this training partner duo. People are saying that this duo is also stronger than Livan and Irakli's training duo. That's amazing. Monster Michael Todd is back. He's training his right arm once again, and he still believes that he can be competitive at these super heavyweights. Thanks for watching. Like the video, subscribe, and I really appreciate your time.